What's going on, everyone? So, 2 in the morning, where I'm at. It's time that I'm recording this video. But 2 in the morning, we got the confirmation from Shams Charania that Jimmy Butler has indeed tore his ACL. He is out for the season. Obviously, never want to see injuries. I hate it. It sucks. Like, so many players are getting ACL tears and Achilles injuries and calf strains and all this stuff. And it's frustrating at this point. It's like, man, something's got to change. You got to fix something because it's crazy, right? And, you watch the play, you watch the game, like it was like, he probably tore that. That didn't look good. But you always want to be optimistic. You always want to be hopeful that doesn't happen. Again, I say it all the time. Like, I wish we could just turn off, like 2K, just turn off injuries in real life. Obviously, look, it's part of the sport. It's part of the game, right? It's the way it goes sometimes. But still, you never want to see it. And again, to a Warriors team that was really starting to kind of find its stride a little bit. I mean, they were looking like a very good basketball team. So, the fact that they were able to, basically start to build this momentum and then hit this wall of Jimmy Butler, like it's unfortunate, right? It's if you're a Warrior fan right now, it sucks. Any fan in this situation would, it would suck. But, what do the Warriors do at this point? I think you got to go trade for Michael Porter Jr. They were already, based on reports, highly considering it and really kind of leaning that way anyway. Problem is teams don't really want to take on Jonathan Kuminga. I've seen, people throw out like, oh, maybe now they'll play Kuminga and ride Kuminga. I don't see that, right? I don't even think Kuminga would want to do that. Like, 2, I don't think Kerr wants to do that. I don't think the Warriors, I don't think any side wants that. I think now more than ever, you go trade for Michael Porter Jr., right? I think you get that done sooner rather than later now. Luckily for the Golden State Warriors, this happened before the trade deadline, where if this had happened after the trade deadline, now you're in a spot to where it's like, now what, right? Like, there's the season. Let's, might as well pack it in. Might as well just rest Steph so he doesn't get hurt. And again, it just put you in a bad spot, right? But again, luckily for them, obviously within context, right? Like, it could have been worse because you could have been in post-trade. So now you at least still have time to kind of figure out, okay, what do I want to do? You still have, what is it, 2.5 weeks or whatever to now kind of take your time. Okay, let's really start to figure this out here. All right? Are we going for Michael Porter Jr.? Are we making a push for somebody else? Are we going to try to piece this together with multiple guys? I think ultimately they'll settle on Michael Porter Jr. I think ultimately what you'll end up seeing is that the Warriors will end up making that push to land Michael Porter Jr., which, I think is probably, again, he was somebody that you were interested in and considering going after with Jimmy Butler. You need somebody now to take on the responsibilities and duties of Jimmy Butler. Michael Porter Jr. is having like an all-star level season, right? Like if it made sense for it, it'd be that, right? So if you're the Warriors, go get Michael Porter Jr., and then next season, you have him with Steph and Jimmy and all those other things, and then you can kind of try to go push back. And if he can kind of continue to perform and be that guy for you, look, we saw Steph and Andrew Wiggins in the run that they were able to go on, right? The way Michael Porter Jr. is playing this year, saw it alongside Steph. That could do some damage, right? They could do some noise. So again, don't sleep on the potential of what the Warriors could end up doing if they go get Michael Porter Jr. Because, again, it's like, what's the alternative here? You're just going to do nothing? You're just going to ride out the season? Steph, at his age? Right? Like, I don't see them doing that. Right? Obviously, you don't want to make the panic trade, but the other side of that, too, is other teams now know. If you're the Nets, you're, because, again, it's the price of business, unfortunately, right? Like, again, it sucks. You never want to see these things happen. But it's not like the Nets now all of a sudden are going to go, okay, hey, you know what? Dude, sucks. Keep your picks. We'll just take Kuminga. You know what? Here. we feel bad. Like, no. It's part of the business, part of the game, right? Teams don't care. Teams are going to look at it and go like, man, feel for you, my guy. It sucks, but hey, Michael Porter Jr., start the bidding at 3 first, right? Like, and you're trying to negotiate that. So now you might end up having to pay slightly more than you would have otherwise because you have a team like the Nets that knows, like, go get somebody else, right? Like, what are the alternatives? And you have things like the Lakers, they were linked to Jonathan Kuminga, so maybe there's a 3-team path there because, like, the Warriors, I mean, now, going and getting, Keon Ellis still makes a little sense, but, like, Malik Monk's, like, that's the last thing. You need to go get somebody that can fill in for Jimmy Butler. And I think Michael Porter Jr. is the best option available right now. I think Michael Porter Jr. is the guy that makes the most sense right now. So don't be shocked at all if in the next few days, right, like we end up seeing Michael Porter Jr. headed to the Warriors, right? Because, if you're the Warriors, I don't know what else you do. I think you have to. And that's what it boils down to. But unfortunate. It really is. It really sucks, right? Because, like, again, you never want to see that. Warriors starting to come into their own. Obviously, it's obvious, the fan I am, right? Like, but you never want to see them. You never want to see another team have that. Like I said all the time. Like, I want every team to be 100%. And then whoever's the best at the end of the year. How many years do we hear, this team won because everyone was hurt and da-da-da-da-da, right? Like, you never want to see that, right? You always want, I wish I could turn the sliders off and everyone's healthy and then just, hey, who's the best team, right? None of those, like, little, this guy was hurt or this guy missed time or this guy wasn't 100% or whatever. And, for the Warriors to now have to face the reality of, like, hey, we're going to have to go the entire season without Jimmy Butler and likely, a little bit of next season too, right? Like, look at like Kyrie and stuff like that, and they're going to take their time with Jimmy, bringing him back. So somebody like Michael Porter Jr. might be a piece that could really get you through this year and then also into next year. And then, you can kind of take your time getting Jimmy back. And then once Jimmy's ready, boom, Jimmy jumps back in. Now you got Michael Porter Jr., Steph, like all of that. And I just think you're in a much better place if you're the Warriors. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass the question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out. If you enjoy these types of videos, truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.